You want to break up with your husband and all of this stuff? That's your business. But this public emasculation needs to stop. There's nothing you can say to a man to justify what you have done to Will Smith.
For whatever reason, the devil got a hold of him.
Following Jada Pinkett's recent interviews, there appears to be a subtle message from Denzel Washington indicating that Will may have made some missteps in his family matters. In an interview on Being a Better Man, Denzel had this to say.
From the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
Yes.
y'all have been apart.
Yeah.
For context, Jada Pinkett Smith's recent actions have stirred controversy and raised questions about her motivations and the way in which Will Smith has responded. She has chosen to discuss personal matters openly while promoting her recently published book, which has led many to believe she is using him to gain attention and publicity. Additionally, Jada initially failed to disclose that she and Will were actively working on their relationship when she first discussed their separation on air. Smith's reaction, characterized by praise and gratitude for Jada, has left some people questioning his strength and assertiveness in the face of her actions. In a recent Instagram post, Will Smith seemed to downplay the attention and buzz surrounding his estranged wife's bombshell memoir, which was released on October 17. The post featured a video of Will on a ship appearing at ease with his eyes closed and arms crossed, while notifications from social media continued to chime in the background.
Fun fact about me, I can take a nap almost anywhere.
This particular Instagram post was significant because it marked one of Will Smith's first public response to the revelations in Jada Pinkett Smith's book, Worthy. Additionally, Will Smith issued a statement to the New York Times about Jada's memoir and her discussion of their relationship. When you've been with someone for more than half of your life, a sort of emotional blindness sets in, and you can all too easily lose your sensitivity to their hidden nuances and subtle beauties, he said. The post and accompanying letter signify a notable shift in Will Smith's approach to the situation, as he had been largely low-key on Instagram since the Oscars incident. However, the release of Worthy has reignited public interest in the actor's personal life, particularly his relationships with Jada and Chris Rock. In her primetime interview with Today's Hoda Kotb on October 13, the Jada Pinkett Smith provided insights into her perspective and the content of her book. She disclosed that although she and Will are still legally married, they are no longer in a romantic relationship. According to her, their marriage disintegrated due to unrealistic expectations they had held for each other. Here's the thing about husband-wife marriage for me. For my healing process, she said, came into that with very specific ideas that were blocks to me seeing Will as who he is. He can't be this perfect ideal guy husband. I have to be able to accept him for the human that he is, and he accepts me for the human that I'm in. We want to love each other there. She further expressed her ongoing commitment to their relationship when she stated that despite contemplating divorce, she had never been able to follow through with it. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to get a divorce. We will work through whatever. Pinkett Smith said, I just haven't been able to break that promise. However, what added to the confusion was Jada's subsequent statement just days after revealing that she and Will had separated 7 years ago. In a later interview with Hoda on Today on October 16, that she appeared to retract her earlier statement and claimed that the two were now actively working on reconciling their relationship. She also emphasized that they were not seeking new romantic connections and were fully focused on healing their relationship.
Fun fact about me, I can take a nap almost anywhere.
This roller coaster of statements and actions has left many puzzled and questioning both Jada's intentions and Will's reactions. One of the key points of contention in this situation is the way Jada Pinkett Smith has chosen to handle her personal life in the public eye. Many have criticized her for sharing intimate details about her relationship with Will Smith in her book and interviews, arguing that it is a breach of privacy and potentially disrespectful to her husband. Some observers have accused Jada of using her marriage issues as a means to generate buzz and gain attention for her book Worthy. They believe that her decision to air personal grievances in public is a calculated move to boost book sales and her personal brand. Another aspect that has garnered criticism is her initial failure to disclose that she and Will were actively working on their relationship when she first spoke about their separation. This omission gave the impression that their relationship was in a dire state, leaving in the public and media to speculate and make assumptions. In contrast, Will Smith's response to Jada's actions has also raised eyebrows. Many people have labeled him as passive, submissive, or weak in the face of Jada's behavior. Some have even gone so far as to call him a simp, a slang term used to describe someone who is overly submissive or accommodating in a relationship. Instead of taking a firm stance and addressing the public narrative about his marriage, Will Smith has appeared to take a more nonchalant approach. His notifications off post on Instagram, in which he seems relaxed and detached from the ongoing discussion, may have given the impression that he is unfazed by the situation. The lack of a more assertive response from Will Smith has led some to believe that he is allowing Jada to disrespect him by discussing their personal issues so openly. Rather than standing up against her actions and taking control of his own narrative, he has often chosen to express gratitude and praise for her. Or in any case, this is not the first time that Jada and Will Smith's relationship dynamics have been brought up for questioning. In the intricate tapestry of Jada and Will's enduring relationship, one aspect has captured the public's fascination and raised eyebrows: Jada's seemingly unwavering connection to the legendary Tupac Shakur. Despite being married to Will for many years, Jada has clung to her bond with Tupac with a tenacity that has left many questioning her devotion to her husband. The stark contrast in her expressions and sentiments when discussing Tupac in comparison to her discussions about Will has not gone unnoticed. Jada's deep-rooted connection with Tupac, a connection that appears to transcend the boundaries of mere friendship, has stirred the pot of controversy. While it's indisputable that Jada and Tupac were close friends, it's the intensity and depth of her feelings for the late rapper that have raised eyebrows. In contrast, her expressions of affection and admiration for Will often appear lukewarm in comparison. The question that arises, a question that seems to dangle ominously in the air, is whether Jada's heart continues to harbor a profound connection to Tupac, a connection so deep that it almost seems as though she has remained married to his memory throughout her years with Will. This emotional specter of Tupac looms large in their relationship, causing Will to contend perpetually with the presence of this spectral figure. Jada has persistent assertion that there is no one quite like Tupac remains perplexing to many. She has described their relationship as one of survival, stating it was about survival, and it's always been about survival between us and holding each other down in ways that he and I could hold each other down. Her choice of words invoking the concept of survival implies a level of closeness and commitment that is unusual for a platonic friendship. It leaves a lingering impression that their connection was more profound and meaningful than she has acknowledged. In her relationship with Will before her marriage to the iconic Will Smith, then renowned as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jada shared an exceptionally close friendship with Tupac Shakur. Their connection was unique and transcended the usual boundaries of friendship. It was not romantic, but it held profound significance for both of them. MAA magazine reported that Tupac was fiercely protective of Jada, keeping a vigilant watch over the men she dated. He viewed any potential threat to the friendship as a problem that needed to be dealt with. The tragic twist in this story is that by the time Jada married Will, Tupac had already succumbed to the perils of the notorious thug life lifestyle, the same lifestyle that claimed the life of another renowned rapper, the Notorious B.I.G. Both of these legends met untimely ends during the brutal East Coast versus West Coast feud, leaving a void in the world of music and, more importantly, in Jada's life. Her loss of Tupac was undoubtedly a source of immense grief and sorrow. However, some observers cannot help but wonder